All right, how's it going, everyone? Going to be doing game two of the Mets versus the Cardinals in St. Louis. Mets lost a tough one yesterday, went to 13 innings after Edwin Diaz blowing the save in the ninth inning, and that ended with a walk-off single with the bases loaded. So try their luck again today. Oops, keep hitting the wrong button. Oops. So it's Steven Matz and Dakota Hudson, the matchup. Okay, the lineup. Let's see. I think I'll just go with this. One change, I think I'm going to move. I'm going to switch Conforto and Cespedes' spot. Alright, we'll try it out.
Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the New York Mets and the St. Louis Cardinals. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Dakota Hudson, a right-hander out of Tennessee, will be the starting pitcher. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, it's hard to have all four of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have two or three of his four pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Coming to the plate now, Ahmed Rosario, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
The shortstop, Ahmed.
Here's the first pitch to him. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. Dan, D-Row, we take a look at this Cardinals ball club as they enter play this afternoon. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matty, they've been playing some quality baseball. The first 4 games of this homestand, they've taken 3 out of the first 4, looking to capitalize and continue to play good ball today.
You know, D-Row, this is time to get greedy. When you win 3 of the first 4, boy, if you can win 4 out of the first 5, that sets up a really nice stretch of baseball. They'd love to win this one here today and keep that roll going.
Here's the lineups. The lineup for today. Looks like one change for St. Louis, or a couple of changes. They have Tommy Edman in the game at shortstop. Paul DeYoung moves from shortstop to third base today. And Harrison Bader is in right field. I don't remember who played right field for them yesterday, but it wasn't him. So those are the lineups.
Liner towards second. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
The center fielder, number 9, Brandon Lynn.
So the base is empty here with one away. And ready to bat next, the Wyoming native Brandon Nimmo. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
Hey, Joe McDonald, he's a tough guy to figure out sometimes, D-Row. One inning, he'll be given that inside corner. The next inning, he doesn't give much of that inside corner.
Well.
Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center as it ought to be good for extra bases. And he's in there easily at second with a one-out double.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Two-seam fastball, sinker. He stayed inside it. Didn't have the action the pitcher would have liked.
You know, that's a sinker right there, Mark. It's intended to be down in the zone. And this pitcher better get the ball down because he can't live up in the strike zone.
J.D. Davis the next to bat. As he'll watch a sinker here that misses. It's ball one. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Slider finds the zone for a strike.
That's not good. That was generous for the pitcher there.
And this one's in the dirt.
Didn't bounce away far enough to advance
But
there.
it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. And he makes the throw to first. Davis is retired. 2 down now.
Good pitch there, and that was a nice job by his battery mate to complete the play first after the ball hit the dirt.
So here's Pete Alonso. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. Good lead off at second there. Now the pitch. Bouncer up the middle. Scooped up. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Mets strand 1. It's the Mets nothing. Redbirds stepping up next. You're watching MLB Network.
Okay.
Steven Matz, a left-hander from New York State, is the starter on the mound. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's number. One of the things that jumps out at you is that ERA. It's into the 4s. But that doesn't necessarily indicate what kind of pitcher this guy is. If he brings his A game, he can shut anybody down. The problem he's had so far this season, he's been a little bit inconsistent. He's a better pitcher than that ERA over the 4s indicates.
Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat. 1-0. These Mets fellas, as they take the field here today, they come in scuffling a bit of late. Just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, dropping their last game. Now they find themselves at 500 again. They got to find a way to get on a hot streak. You cannot continue to go peaks and valleys throughout the course of the season and ride that 500 line all year. At some point, you're going to have to take 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 to get this going in the right direction.
2-1 after the foul ball there. Hit softly down the line at first. He's got it. He'll take it to the bag himself, and the leadoff man is gone here to start the home first.
The shortstop, Tommy Edman.
Digging in the switch hitter, Tommy Edman. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Pitch on the way. And he fouls this one off. windup and the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. High in the air down the right field line. And no one will track it down. And here's a pitch swung on and grounded toward Rosario at short. And there are 2 away now.
Batting first, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
And that brings up Paul Goldschmidt. And you can see his home road splits there. He has not fared very well in front of the home crowd, oddly enough. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a curveball drops in there for strike 1. Goldschmidt, or Goldie just for short. He was an 8th round selection back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. An inning in the books. Scoreless on MLB Network. In now, Michael Conforto. And he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games.
Conforto hit a home run yesterday's game.
First pitch of the at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike.
1-2.
And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Yoenis Cespedes striding in next, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. That batting average hovering in the high 230s. 10 home runs and 16 RBIs. The 1-0 home.
Ball, that's out.
No score here as we play inning number 2.
Yeah.
2 balls and a strike.
That's evidence of a pitcher and catcher being totally in sync out there. That tells me they both know that's a good pitch for him right now.
2-2. Weak grounder down the first baseline. Another try at 2-2.
3-2.
Ah, would have been ball 4.
Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Long run for the right fielder.
Wow.
But he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. He hit
Go
the
for
corner
three.
and tries for third.
Oh my God. Oh my
Tag, and
God.
he is toast just off third.
I can't believe I did that. I hit
Jeff
the button.
McNeil will be the
Too
next
long.
to take a turn.
How stupid
High
is
fly
that?
ball out to straightaway center. Thomas makes the catch, and the inning is over.
Oh,
Down in
God.
order go the Mets. We'll go to the bottom of the second.
I think yeah. Held the
Paul
button down
DeYoung
too
digs
long.
in next. Lifetime
I
numbers
tried to get
against
him to
Steven
slide in the
Matz,
third.
batting 500, 4 for 8. 2 of those
But I
hits
think I
were
was
for
holding
home runs.
my L1 button while I was trying to get him to slide. Ugh. What can I say?
First pitch on its
Suck.
way.
That's a ball. Count 1-0.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Grounded weakly down the line toward third, but a foul ball, 1-1. DeYoung is a strong defender playing up the middle in the infield. He's got great hands, good range, the big arm, and those skills are not lost on his teammates, his coaches, or his front office for that matter. Lays off 2-2 now. Swing and a miss at one in the dirt. Ramos has got it, and he makes the throw to first. DeYoung is retired, and there's one away.
Batting fifth.
Yadi Molina digging in now, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Grounded up the first baseline. Fielded cleanly, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Batting fifth. The left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and into bat next will be Tyler O'Neill. First delivery to him on the way.
0-1.
Bottom of the second here with no score. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
All right.
The count doesn't mean much to this batter. He's all in. He's not concerned with striking out, so he's going to get his A swing off.
Now a good pitch
just
around the
missed.
knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Well, that's a pitch right there you gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2, and if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. He'll whip this one to first in
Guy's got
time,
speed.
and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. We'll move to the third with no score. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, and he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season.
Ramos hit the 3-run
First
home
pitch
run
coming, here it is.
in yesterday's game.
Hey.
You know,
0-1
you
for
think
count.
it's an 8-hole hitter right there. You shouldn't be taking that fastball, and you're right. But when you got the pitcher hitting behind you, you sometimes sit off speed because that's the pitch you're usually going to get. The pitcher does not want to get beat by you, and he's not afraid to walk you and hand it over to an AB against the pitcher.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out. So 1 man gone now as we give you a look at the standings in the NL Central as you see where the Cardinals find themselves to this point in the season. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Steven Matz. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a called strike down in the zone. 0-1. The windup and the 0-1.
Your idea of working the count goes out the window. You're frustrated right now, down 0-2. Got to find a way to grind.
Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. No balls and a strike to count. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
That's a ball.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
2 balls and a strike to Ahmed Rosario.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
This pitch is popped up.
Oh, a cheap hit.
And that'll get down for a base hit.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, D-Row. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
Slider gets the outside. That's a strike. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
From the stretch.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Pitch.
And that misses 2-2.
Good job to lay off that 1-2 breaking ball. Put himself right back in this at bat.
Rosario is off at first with 2 away. Still 2-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
Oh,
Swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will leave 1.
Yeah,
Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Digging in, Lane Thomas. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home 3rd.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. Popped up. McNeil has a play. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Batting eight.
So 1 away in the inning now, and before we get too much further, let's take a look at where the Mets find themselves in the race for the National League East.
still in 3rd place, but further away than they were a few days ago.
Into the box, Harrison Bader. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Cold strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now. Back up the middle. And that's the first hit in this one for the Redbirds.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
Into the box now, Dakota Hudson. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1. And they'll try and play for 1 here as he gets this one down. And they'll put the tag on him going to first, but the sacrifice is successful.
Now back.
Sacrifice was in order right there as he gets the bunt down right there. And sometimes it's easier to just tag him instead of making that throw to first base.
Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up Colton Wong. Couldn't help himself that time as he chases one below the knees at strike one.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning.
Made him
Cards
look bad.
leave one. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. New inning set to get underway, and that'll give way to the third baseman, J.D. Davis.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
And this is taken in just shy of the warning track for out number one. So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And as you can see there, both guys topping out at 96 miles an hour. Riding in once again, Pete Alonso. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here. Similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB. He's got to fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. That's popped up. Goldschmidt has room in foul territory, but this will land untouched. Set to deal on a ball and two strikes. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Well, that's not a bad pitch right there. That's a pretty good sinker. He just happens to hook that one right into left field for a base hit.
Yeah, he got the bat head out right there, Dan, and was able to get that one in left field.
Stepping in now, Michael Conforto. So take a look at ball one. The 1-0. Popped him up.
Oh, come on.
The Young waits on it. 2 gone.
The left fielder, number 52.
So 2 are gone in the Mets half of the 4th. And up next, the big RBI-minded bat of Yoenis Cespedes. He's set. Here it comes. Cespedes, commonly known as La Potencia around baseball. He's currently on a 1-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season. 0-1, here's the pitch. Line toward right center. And that's in there, base hit.
Pitcher went to the well one too many times. Back-to-back fastballs. Hitter was able to keep his hands through, deliver a nice line drive.
So here's Jeff McNeil. As he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball, 1-0. So far this season with runners in scoring position, McNeil is a batting line residing in the 230s.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
Count now a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Started to go around there. Looked like he held up in time. No. Strike two, says the third base umpire. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss as he chased with two strikes, and that will retire the side. Two left for the Mets. On to the bottom of the fourth now.
Ugh, it's terrible.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Tommy Edman. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A ball and no strikes. Offered a low one there, but came up empty. Here's the 1-1. Hit back toward the mound. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
Slowly hit.
You take a look at the numbers up to this point. You see he's only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that shutout intact going forward, but I'm not betting against him.
Hey, this is a perfect opportunity for them to get on the board right now. Leadoff man has done his job. Now the middle of the order gets their shot at the plate.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Hit down the line at first. This will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Slow roller left side. Oh, and he can't pick it up.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
The throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first.
Another error.
Yeah, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right.
Oh, that's
Out of the shoot from step one, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch.
He didn't pick it up.
It is,
but I didn't get an error.
You can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be. Well, they've yet to hang a number on the scoreboard, but it looks like they've got a great opportunity from the breakthrough. Going to be pretty demoralizing if they can.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap.
Great.
And that is off the wall. As he arrives at second without a play, as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
This thing left the bat. I thought it had a 3-run homer written all over it, but it bounces off the wall, so only 1 run scores. And now a chance for his buddy to return the favor and bring in 1 or maybe 2.
Molina swings and misses. He's in trouble now behind 0-2.
In today's game, it's seeing so many guys strike out and not worry about it. I'd love to see a little 2-strike approach right here. Maybe shorten up a little bit and try and force feed something the other way.
2-2 to the Cardinals catcher.
Regardless of the result right here, to be down 0-2 and work it back to an even count, got to feel like it's a win for the offense.
Not the best of sinkers that time. Ball high.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
And that's out number 1.
Now batting, left fielder.
Now batting, Tyler O'Neill comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. They'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0. Look out, 2-0 now.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
3-0 to him now. Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. And he looks at one that misses, ball 4, so that'll load him up, but at least the double play is in order here with 1 away.
Number 35.
Now at the plate, Lane Thomas. He popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like he got fooled a little bit. A little bit out front, ended up popping out. Expect him to be a little bit more leery of the breaking pitch this AB.
Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. strike. Thomas is 24 years of age. He was a 5th-round pick during the 2014 draft.
Hey, this middle round selection is still developing, but he's doing it at the big league level, and he has a lot of time to get his tool set ironed out.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
Don't let that go.
And this is swung on and missed. Oh, a huge punch out there as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now.
Right fielder, number 48.
So the bases are loaded here, 2 men gone, and in to bat next, one of the fastest players in all of baseball, Harrison Bader. And that's in there for strike 1.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
Hit in the air down the right field line. And no one will track it down. Got him.
Oh.
So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been as they'll strand the bases loaded. The side is retired. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. More from MLB Network. Saturday baseball after this.
Could have been a lot worse.
Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
0-1.
Thank you, Heidi. Wilson Ramos stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1.
The timing is all off.
The windup and the 0-1.
Yep, that ball went out.
Yeah, doubled up on the slider away there. Got him to go after it before, so why not see if he'll offer at it again?
The 1-1. Is swung on and missed, and that's strike
Count
2.
1 and 2.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. The 2-2. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. And now in advance of a big 3-2 pitch, time is called at the plate as he'll press the reset button. Now the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a ground ball to third. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Payoff pitch one more time. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
So here's the Mets pitcher, Steven Matz. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Before the 0-1, he'll check on first. And he just manages to get his hand in. No runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. There's one.
You've got to be
He'll
kidding
put
me.
this in
He's
his
so
pocket
slow.
and be content with just the 1 out.
He got the bunt down, but he didn't deaden it enough. Really good job by the first baseman to charge in and make a good throw to second to get the lead runner.
So it's back to the top of the order now. And up next will be the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes this the other way to right. Into the slide, and he comes up with a great catch for the second out.
The center fielder, number 9, Brandon Newman.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. He's set, and the pitch. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike one anyway. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. In the dirt here, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4, and as a result that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
Now in the box, J.D. Davis, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Spin and a throw back to second. Runner back safely. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery.
That's a tough curveball right there to stay into as a lefty hitter. That ball looks like it's almost going to hit you, and it breaks over the inside half of the plate.
And there's ball 1.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
Up high, 2-1 now.
Man, this guy's had their number all game long. Up, down, in and out. He's pitching very well.
No runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Almost got him to go around, but instead it's ball 3.
They say the toughest pitch in baseball is a located fastball. I disagree. That nasty slider is tough to hold up on.
And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Wow.
Here comes the Cardinal manager up out of the dugout out to the mound. And a change is in the offing as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart here, and you know he would have loved 1 more out to qualify for the win, but he's gone nonetheless after 4 2/3. Adam Wainwright answers the call to pitch here in a big spot. He inherits a bases-loaded jam, but needs just 1 out to get out of it.
Wainwright.
Pete Alonso will be the first one to greet him, and he'll bat in a big spot here. Bases loaded and 2 out in the inning. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Well outside with the curveball for a ball. Ball and a strike.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
This is the kind of moment the Mets have been struggling in lately.
Dangerous curveball that time, but laid off as it drops into the top of the zone. Here comes the 1-2. Scorched to third. He'll come to the plate with it, and they get the force at home. Whatever works as the side is retired. So no runs in the inning despite 3 walks as they couldn't make them pay. Home half of the 5th coming up. Jairo Munoz is out of the dugout now as it looks like he'll come on and hit for the pitcher Wainwright.
Jairo Munoz.
Well thrown sinker that time, down but in the strike zone. Ball 1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Cespedes is there, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, second baseman.
Leadoff man retired for the second baseman, Colton Wong. In the air out to right. Right fielder giving chase. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Up next for the Cardinals, the shortstop, Tommy Edman.
Stepping in, Tommy Edman. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Nope.
And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
3-0 now.
No strike.
Yeah, he's all over the place right now. No doubt he's clearly fighting his mechanics.
And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Come on.
Next for the Cardinals,
So a runner at first with 2 away. And that'll bring up the big bat of Paul Goldschmidt. And, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike. Nothing in 1. A ball and a strike to the Cardinals' first baseman. 2 out with a man at first. Runners off for second. In there. Now the throw. Not in time. He's in there at second. Certainly a very close play at second on that bag. So let's analyze it with show track. We all know he's got plus speed on his side, and you really see it represented in the top speed. That really made the difference on that one. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. A bouncer to the left side. And the stolen base winds up as a moot point as the inning is over. 1 left for the Cardinals, but they lead it 1-0. Genesis Cabrera takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
number 92, Genesis Cabrera.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Michael Conforto. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. Cabrera, a native of the Dominican Republic. He's a second-year big leaguer. Now the 1-0. His fastball taken high for a ball.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
And there's the first strike, 2-1.
That's a tough pitch for a batter. If you're not expecting it, you'll end up with half a bat after you swing.
On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
Hey, I can't have one of my best left-handed power bats fishing for balls off the plate.
Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Conforto is retired, and there's one away.
The left fielder, number 52.
At the plate, Yoenis Cespedes, 2 for 2 with a triple on his batting line to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Ball.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Two and 0 now. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here.
Well, you never want to issue a free pass if you can help it, but when a hitter like that digs in, you'd rather he's standing at first than driving a ball out of here and erasing your one-run lead.
So a runner at first now with one away, and that'll bring in Jeff McNeil. He's ready now. The pitch pulled toward right center field.
Too high.
Thomas is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Alex Reyes takes the mound now, and it appears he's being brought in to face the right-handed batter who waits next.
Yeah, you usually don't hear the term righty specialist very often, but that's kind of how they're using him here, Matt. Most hitters have a harder time against pitchers of the same handedness, so we'll see if this move pans out.
Wilson Ramos will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Ball, that's low.
Low for ball 1. Two balls and no strikes to Ramos.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches, and when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
Oh, the strike on the inside part of the plate. 2-1.
Gutsy pitch right there.
Well, this will be pulled in out there at second base, and that'll be that. Mets strand 1. They still trail 1-0. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and set to go as the third baseman, Paul DeYoung.
Paul DeYoung.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swung on and chopped up the middle, reined in. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
The catcher, number 4, Yadier Molina.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. 0 for 2 for him to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Ball.
Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Bases are empty, 1 man out. 3-0 now. Tyler O'Neill is on deck.
Come on now.
3-1.
I got 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike.
And he drops a change in on him there, and that'll run it full 3-2. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side.
He helped me out there.
McNeil takes charge out there, and he stays with it for
Terrible
the second
pitch,
out.
way outside the zone.
So he's just a third of an inning away from putting up another 0 as we take a look at the ball clubs with the lowest team ERAs. And we find that this pitching staff currently leads the NL in that department. Digging in, Tyler O'Neill. It was a walk in his last trip. Starts him out with a sinker that's inside, 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This is line to left, and that is in there for a 2-out base knock. So that knock keeps the bottom of the 6th inning hot, and he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
The center fielder, number 35.
What happened there? What was that? I know this guy's really fast, but did he just catch me snoozing there? Okay, it's a clean base hit. Throws it back in. Oh, and I just held on to the... I mean, I'm actually stunned that that happened. So it was thrown back to Rosario. I should have thrown to second base instead of Rosario. I just kind of treated it like a normal base hit. I threw it back to Rosario. He saw that as he's rounding first, and he just guns it, trying to catch me snoozing. And now I'm trying to throw at second base right now, but it's like the animation won't let me. And then, well, forget it. Plays over. That's crazy.
At the plate, Lane Thomas. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, and he sets him down for out number 3.
Okay.
Cards lead
Yeah,
1.
no kidding. That
but
was
they're
an
up
odd play.
1-0.
Well, that'll be it for Matz. You know, he's pitched fine, but he's...
Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Ryan Helsley will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Justin Turner is into the ball game as well, as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch.
Okay, I'm going to put in Lowry to pinch hit.
Lowry will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. Called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. A shot down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. The 0-2 home.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
Well hit to right, but foul. Ready on 1 and 2.
Oh.
Bounced weakly near the plate. That's
Oh my
a foul ball.
All right. I thought it was fair.
And maybe trying to get him off stride at the plate, so he'll step out and ask for time.
That's a ball.
Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. And really stretching out the at-bat as he steps out for a second time. windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
And before the big 3-2 pitch, time is called at home plate.
Full count.
And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed.
Meaning,
for the first out.
Leading off the inning, your job is to get on base and set the table for the inning. That was a pretty good at bat that he pushed the count to 3-2 and made the pitcher work, but I think he'd like to have that 3-2 pitch back. Pretty sure that was ball 4 he went after.
Standing in now, Ahmed Rosario. 0-1 the count. One out, nobody on. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Turner is there, 2 gone.
The center fielder, number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
So here's Brandon Nimmo, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1.
Ball. That's in. Ball 2.
Popped him up.
Of course.
And Molina will look this one in, and the inning is over. Mets. Jerry's Familia gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Jerry Familia.
Striding in, Harrison Bader. He'll match up with a new pitcher to begin their half of the 7th.
The right fielder.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Two balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter. The 2-1 home is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 2.
Hey, I'd like to see a little bit more discipline in that. You get a count in your favor. He's swinging a pitch that bad? Not good.
Hit out towards second. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out.
Now batter, center fielder, Hudson.
So digging in now, Justin Turner is newly entered into the ball game, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7.
Boo. This guy.
Pitch on the way.
Count 1-0.
Back off the plate. Rookie.
Pulled
Oh,
toward
no.
right center field.
Oh, no!
Right fielder coming on. He can't get to it. This one's down.
Hey, listen, when you have a good sinker, you have to throw it, but he's going to have to get the ball much lower in the zone than that last one.
I was,
from the offensive side, Dan.
by default, the game selected the right fielder there, but that's Nimmo's ball, if you ask me. Yeah, I know it said switch, press
Two-seamer,
L2 to
pitcher,
switch.
sinker
I
ball.
didn't do it quickly enough.
Or what have you. You're looking for that thing to pop out above the belt, and that's exactly
you're
what
right.
happened right there. Miss middle.
For the first pitch, a check at first. And he's back easily. Here's Colton Wong now. As he'll take a look at his sinker here. Too low for ball one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Throw over to first, but the runner's back easily. One and one, here it comes.
Ball 2. 2-1.
Throw over to the bag, just keeping him close. On the move again from first. Hit back up the middle. He's got it. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Tommy Edman.
Standing in, Tommy Edman, runner in scoring position with Sugan. First pitch on its way. Comes set, the 0-1.
Well, that's off.
That misses to the Cardinal shortstop, and it's even at 1-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And it's fouled away. Ready with the 1-2. Split it. 2
Laid
and
off.
2 and 2. Here it is. And he watches a splitter for a called third strike, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Cardinals, but they're on top 1-0. Giovanni Gallegos has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 65, Giovanni Gallegos.
Now at the plate, J.D. Davis. It was a walk in his last trip.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Here comes the first pitch. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there.
Warming up. Lugo. There we go.
Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. And now pitch on the way. Popped him up.
Once again.
And He'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first down.
Now batting, the first baseman.
I just feel like I've been
Alonso.
popping up so often lately.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Pete Alonso. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Bases are empty, 1 man in. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Come on.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
Now here's the pitch.
The count is 1 and 2.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
The 1 and 2 pitch. Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
Settling in now, Michael Conforto. He hits with 2 away as they continue to trail in this close game.
Well, Matt, this has been a big inning on the mound. He's had to face the middle of the order, and so far he's held them at bay.
Yeah, this feels like the kind of inning we'll look back on at the end of the game, even if the result of it changes dramatically here. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. Conforto behind, a ball and 2 strikes.
Boy, he sped him up in this at-bat. Now it's time for the changeup. This guy's got a good one, and he hasn't thrown it yet in this at-bat.
Here's the 1 and 2 delivery.
2-2 count.
And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
Well, he had him down 0-2 earlier in this at-bat, but he hasn't been able to put him away and end this inning. This has been a fun battle to watch.
Now the 3 and 2 pitch is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Wow.
Down in order go the Mets. It remains 1-0.
That was a microcosm of everything that's wrong with this team right now.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now.
Leading off for St. Louis, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Seth Lugo is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 67, Seth Lugo.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Ball in.
Looking at his career totals, Goldschmidt is carrying around a sparkling slugging percentage up over 500. Obviously a huge threat every time he grabs a bat. And he looks at a curveball that falls in. 1-1. Two balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter. To 2-2 now. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Paul DeYoung is on deck. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike three called. One away.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Chopper to short. Rosario brings it in. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash.
The catcher, number 4, Yadier Molina.
Ready for another shot now. Yadier Molina. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
I mean, Yadi, when he first broke on the scene, was a defender first and foremost. You can't say that anymore. I mean, he's evolved into a really, really nice offensive player.
0-1 the count to Molina. Two out, nobody on. Sent on the ground out to second. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Down in order go the Cardinals, but they hold a 1-0 lead.
Well, let's see.
Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Andrew Miller comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Batting in the 4th spot, number 21, Andrew Miller. Now playing third and batting
All set to start the 9th in this one. And up next, the big RBI-minded bat of Yoenis Cespedes. From the stretch.
Ball 1, no strike.
Now the 1-0.
Nope, outside.
Don't expect this pitcher to throw something over the heart of the plate. He's going to have to stay on the corners right here. Huge spot in this game. Do not miss over the heart and get beat.
2-0 count. The pitch is looked at for the first strike.
You know, Matty, I'll never understand this. You work so hard throughout the course of the season and course of this game to get in 1-0, 2-0, 3-1 counts. Guarantee yourself a baseball 80 to 90% of the time, and he takes it. Just can't understand the methodology there.
And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Ball one to start the at-bat. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. And now a called strike.
Oh, come on. That's outside.
Expands a bit here. It's 2-1 now. And a big pitch coming here late, so he'll step out and ask for time. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1. Wilson Ramos is on deck. And that's in there on the hands. 3-2 now.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
And now in advance of a big 3-2 pitch, time is called at the plate as he'll press the reset button. Now the 3-2 pitch. Line to the right side, but a foul ball. And another foul ball. And you wonder if he's trying to get in his head out there as he steps out for a third time now. Another full count pitch home. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Well, he battled to get it to a 3-2 count, but that pitch wasn't even close. Now he's got a man on with 1 out, so he's got to focus on trying to get the ground ball.
Jake Marisnick will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Running at first for the Mets. Number 16.
Next for the Mets, Wilson Ramos. They'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. High in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Smoke toward the hole. That's through, and he's got his first base hit.
Okay.
He's 1 for 3. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. And if your mind wanders toward what's left on the bench, there you get a look at what the Mets have remaining to choose from.
You know, even though it's the left-hander on the mound, I'm going to put in Cano. He has high contact versus left-handers.
Robinson Cano will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Robinson inning.
I'm trying to look for my fastest guys. Looks like so far Nunez is the fastest one. But I was thinking about maybe putting a pitcher in there. Brock has a speed of 39. Yeah, I'm going to put Nunez. He's the fastest one.
Eduardo Nunez will come on now and pinch run here.
Number 12, Eduardo Nunez.
Had a play to win.
Didn't quite catch the zone there, ball one. In his career, Cano is certainly one of the right guys to have at the plate in this spot. A long ball would be huge, and he's hit more than 300 of them in his career.
Oh, yeah, when he knocked the donut off his bat on the on-deck circle, Matty, that was the only thing that was on his mind. He's been in this situation multiple times in his career. The moment will not get too big for him. He knows how to slow it down. Don't be shocked if he leaves Earth right here.
Hey, this isn't going to be an easy save. These guys are making him work for this one.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Great job of doubling up with the fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
Boy, sure taking his sweet time down there at the plate. He'll step out yet again. Swinging a ball yanked down the right field line.
Yes.
This will be just what the manager ordered as he's off the bench with extra bases. And a relay to the plate.
Oh,
not
yes.
in time.
Yes.
And here in the ninth, they have taken the lead.
Boy, not an easy thing to do, Dero, to score. You're down by one going into the ninth. Big base hit right there gives them the lead.
Yeah, these are the knocks you remember, Dan.
Thought he was
Coming
going to be
through
out.
for the team right here, down
Just
one
got the
run, huge
just got
base
the
hit
tag
right
in.
there, able to drive in a pair, and now they got to lock it down in the bottom half.
John Brebbia enters the game with one gone in the top of inning
Both
number
my
9.
pinch runners score.
Number 60, John Brebbia.
Okay. Whew. I think I might have some issues with my lineup later, but that's a problem for next inning. Let me get my Let's get Diaz warming up here. And I'm going to warm up Betances as well. Let me take a quick look at my lineup here. I think it's kind of messed up. So I've got Nunez behind the plate and Marisnik at second base. That's a problem. I need to put Nunez at second somehow. I'll figure it out. Let's get some more runs in.
Into the box, Ahmed Rosario as he rips it on the ground to second. Wong has it, and that's the second out.
The center fielder, number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
So striding forward now, Brandon Nimmo, although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit out towards second. Taken in by Wong. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. So disaster strikes here in the ninth as a late rally has certainly dampened the mood of these fans. 6th, 7th, and 8th place hitters scheduled to start the bottom of inning number 9. Mets out in front, 2-1.
No. I gotta fix this.
Now playing second base, number 16.
Look at this.
Jake.
He's not a catch. Watch. Okay. What am I gonna do here? Select position to remove Robinson Cano to second base.
Edwin Diaz.
Okay.
The man called
So
on
now
to close this
the
one
only
and earn
issue
a
is
save
Nito.
in the ninth.
I'll be able to get Nito in after this warm up here. It's stupid. I can't do it right now, but just gonna see. I'm just gonna try and get through this pitching warm up here with Nunez, and then I'll put Nito in. Last time I did this with a player that was not a catcher, he was like dropping all the warm up pitches. He's actually doing a better job. The last time I mistakenly put a regular. Oh, see? There you go. He dropped it. Let's see again. Yeah. Basically, if it's not like right down the middle of the plate, there's a good chance that he'll drop it. See? Let's try another. Okay. He's like looking around. Anybody see that? All right. Let's get Nunez out of there.
Digging in and looking for more, Tyler O'Neill. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
O'Neill. Now catcher, number 3. Come on.
All right.
He's set. Here it comes.
Ball one.
Diaz.
What?
It's one of those guys that just seems to be at his best under
this
pressure.
umpire
Runners
from
in
St.
scoring
Louis?
position, tight game, tough hitters at the plate. That's when he's at his best.
One of the keys, Matty B, to being a good reliever is being able to pitch out of trouble. Trouble that's created by the pitchers before you, or sometimes you even have some mess that you put on yourself. Hey, regardless if it's a mess that he's inherited or one that he's created for himself, this guy makes good pitches when the game's on the line.
Called strike that time, and it's even at 2-2. Swing and
yes.
miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. One away.
Looking at the scores on the bottom of the screen, the Braves lost today, so I need to win this.
That's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Here's Matt Carpenter. And he lays off.
How is that a ball?
And he's a guy
Dude,
looking to
what?
break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. That's wide, 2-0.
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common with hard throwers like him. Running a blazing fastball up there is great, but if you can't harness it, what good does it do you?
2 balls and a strike to Matt Carpenter.
Damn it.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
He lays off, ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
The bat, the right fielder, Harrison.
So a crucial moment here, and standing in, Harrison Bader. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. He's set, and the pitch. Lays off 1-0. Hit in the air down the right field line.
My God.
But this will wind up being a foul ball. Tried to hold up there. Peeled down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Now the 2-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
Hey, he's got excellent stuff working right now. Somebody has to make an adjustment. You're seeing a lot of late swings. No one's getting the front foot down. No one's getting the barrel to the baseball.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And a good idea to hang close at first, as he'll make it back easily.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Quick check on that tying run at first, and the runner will get back standing. At the plate now, Justin Turner.
Oh, this guy again. Oh, God. The rookie.
Fans on their feet in a 1-run ball game in the last of the ninth. 2 balls and no strikes to the Cardinals center fielder.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow there, guys. May have let that front side open up a little early to try to hump up on a fastball and sailed on it.
3-0 to him now. From the belt, the pitch. And he missed with it.
You've got to be
so
kidding
that
me.
means now the potential tying run will move into scoring position at second.
The closer is supposed to slam the door on his opponent, but he left the door wide open with a walk there. We'll see if they can capitalize on it.
Colton Wong will stand in. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much. 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you, like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles out of your mind. Right now is all that matters.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Comes set, the 0-1. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
I'm seeing all the signs of fatigue right now. This is when you really have to bear down mentally as a pitcher.
And he popped
up.
Drifting toward the left side of the infield.
Put it in the book.
Put this one away for the final out. And the Mets have come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and that's just a punch to the gut of the home fans as they watch their team fall behind in the top of the ninth. Then they can't get it done at the bottom and come away with a loss.
Pitching and defense game 2-1 the final score this afternoon. The Metropolitans came through and it mattered in the ninth on the way to the win. Seth Lugo earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. Edwin Diaz wraps it up for the save, his 7th of the campaign. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Nail biter once again. Jeez. Mets bats were quiet for 8 innings. My God.
The final line score
Got to their closer, Andrew Miller with the loss. Lugo
Mets,
gets the win.
2 runs,
Diaz with the
7
save.
hits, no errors. They left
Here's the
9
highlights.
runs on base.
This was
For St. Louis, 1 run on 6 hits.
Cardinals'
no
first
errors.
run
They
of the
left
game.
9
It was an
runners
RBI
on base.
double by DeYoung to drive in a run.
Time of the ball
And the
game,
Cardinals
2
took a
hours
1-0
and
lead, which
38
they held
minutes.
for much of the game.
Our paid attendance this
Familia
afternoon,
came in to pitch the 7th.
46,000. The Cardinals would like to thank you for joining us.
Got Edmund
And
out.
please, drive home
The strikeout to
safely.
end the inning. Pinch hit double by Robinson Cano in the bottom of the 9th with runners in first and second. Cano comes through and the Mets take a 2-1 lead. Diaz came in for the save and it didn't come easily. Walked a couple of batters on some close pitches. He did strike out O'Neill. That was the first out, I believe. And then to end the game with runners on first and second, Wong pops out, third base. Davis catches it. Game over. And the series is tied 1-1. Mets stay above 500. Get 1 game closer to first place. Here's the box score. Cespedes with 2 hits. Not a good day for Conforto. 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts. There you go, the RBI. Cano with 2 RBIs, his 9th and 10th of the season. Pitching lines, Matz pitched decently, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 walks, 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts. His ERA goes down to 4.44. Familia was effective in 1 inning, he pitched the 7th. Lugo was very good for the 8th, he gets the win. Diaz, things were dicey in the 9th, but he gets the save. Oh, I said bottom of the 9th. Yeah, top of the 9th for Cano's double. Alright, Cardinals, no multi-hit games. Cardinals batters struck out 10 times. He's able to keep, well, yeah. Let's see. There's 1 stolen base by Edmund. Here's the pitching line. Hudson, the starter, didn't allow any runs, but he was pulled in the 5th. Ends up being a no decision for him. Wainwright came in to get the last out in the 5th. Miller with the loss. He came in with an ERA of 1 point something, and now it's almost 3. His first loss of the season. Edwin Diaz, player of the game. Okay, whatever. Advance day. Here's a matchup for tomorrow. It's another afternoon game. And let's take a look at
Hello
the
there,
standings.
baseball fans, and welcome to a Mother's Day edition of Inside the Show. Starting
Mother's
off in the
Day, huh?
National League East, Seth
So,
Lugo collected win number 3 this
6
year,
games
leading the
behind
Mets to the
first.
win over the Cardinals 2-1. Mike Soroka was victorious for the 5th time this season as the
Hey,
Braves downed the
Tigers
Marlins
win.
4-3. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins. Trevor McGill won his 4th game thus far as the Cubs defeated the Nats 4-0. The Pirates grabbed 13 hits in the game as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 4-3. The Arizona Diamondbacks smacked 15 team hits as they stomped the Brewers 11-4.
National League wild
The
card.
Colorado Rockies combined for a 4-hitter as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 2-1. The San Diego Padres pounded out 17 hits in this one as they got the victory in extra innings against the Dodgers 5-3. The Giants put together 10 total hits as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 4-1.
Boy.
The Red Sox
NL
held the
West is
opposition
weak.
at bay with only 4 hits
I'd be
as they
tied
took
for
down the
first
Yankees
place
in the
over there.
Bronx 1-0. Ryan Yarbrough got his 3rd win this season, helping lead the Rays over the Rangers 3-2. The
We're
Los
not
Angeles
tied.
Angels of
I'd be just
Anaheim
below.
hit 3 long balls as they beat the O's in Baltimore 7-3. The Tigers knocked out 12 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Indians 7-5. The Royals shortstop, number 27, was hot at the plate collecting 3 hits in the game, helping the Royals push past the Twins 4-3. He is currently among the doubles leaders in the American League. Chad
said the
Pinder
Royals
swung the bat
shortstop,
well with 3 hits
number
as the A's
27.
took care
Who
of
the
the
heck
Blue
is that?
Jays 7-6. The Houston Astros allowed only 5 hits in the game as they took down the visiting Mariners 7-1. So that's the show on this Mother's Day. Have a great day with Mom, and we'll see you back here tomorrow for more news and results from around baseball.
Well, okay. So here's our matchup for the next game: Porcello versus Flaherty. And yeah, so it was a good win today. It really looked like another low-scoring, losing game, but hey, Cano came through. Mets with a nice comeback victory with their backs against the wall. So we'll see if we can keep some momentum going. Thanks for joining in. I'll see ya.